Hello, and welcome to Theresa's Healing Corner, my corner of the internet to heal and heal others. A community to share tips, tools, and techniques so that we can more comfortably walk this earth as our authentic selves. If you are returning and tuning in, hi, welcome back. We are doing a twin flame pick a past life today. And if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Theresa. I'm a psychic intuitive healer. That's my degree from psychic school. I do many things on my channels. I do daily rose readings to check the energy, weekly chakra healings, twin flame content, and today I am back with a twin flame pick a past life. As a psychic intuitive healer, what I do is I move energy blocks out of the auric field. So this is blocked energy, obstacles, belief patterns that are holding you back, that are stuck in your energy field, that could be affecting your physical vessel in some way. Twin flames. The purpose of looking at the past lives for twin flames is to clear the karma between the two of you, so that you can come to a place of clarity of what it is that ultimately bringing you back to yourself first, and then bringing you clarity of what it is you may actually want from your twin flame, because everyone's journey is different and separate. Side note about energy is energy. When this video finds you is the appropriate time for you to claim the energy, and all you need to do to claim the energy is when I get to the healing portion is say your current date and your current age to receive. Say about that, let's go ahead and pick our piles, or pick our groups. So for group number one, I have this beautiful organite skull. Shout out to Duchess Divinity, because I'm using her work for these to pick. So this is this beautiful organite skull. She put snake skin in there. So this is pile number, or group number one. And group number two is this dagger, a beautiful organite dagger with a bunch of stones, snakeskin. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And say your twin's flame in your head, or say my twin if you don't know who your twin is yet, and ask simply, am I the skull or am I the dagger? And then trust what answer comes to you first is what you are supposed to listen to. And if you're supposed to listen to both, you're supposed to listen to both. Trust your spirit. Starting with pile number one, this beautiful organite skull. Okay, I'm tuning into the collective for group one. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I am asking Spirit to show me a symbol that represents a past life between the twin flames. Spirit, show me a symbol that represents a past life. The symbol I'm seeing is a gold coin with a pentacle on it. So I'm going to move that to the side, and I'm going to ask Spirit, where in the world was this past life? Fascinating. Okay. So I just heard off planet, and then I just heard, and then I saw I was taken to Mars, and it's like, oh, I've never been to Mars before. I really ever connected with Mars. So let's see where this journey takes us. When is this happening? When was this past life? Okay, guys. So this is what I mean by bear with me and enjoy the journey and enjoy the story, because I'm hearing now. So this would be a parallel life. So this is a parallel life that you are living currently right now with your twin on Mars. Great. So let's get into it. What do you look like? Who are you? Who are you living on Mars? This is really curious to me because as a psychic, I use all of my senses and am very my clairvoyance. So my psychic sight is not coming through very clearly right now. I'm kind of relying on my knowing and my hearing and my feeling. And so I am hearing alchemist, and I'm trying to like get spirit to show me because I'd like to watch the movie of this past life. Okay. I want to get a sense of what the divine feminine looks like. What is she doing? I just asked, is she the alchemist? And I heard no. I must have a lot of common. I'm blowing his. Okay. Okay. My spirit just keeps telling me to start over. Do I want to heal this? Okay, bringing the symbol over, grounding it. Okay. All right. This is for group number 1 who have chosen this beautiful organite skull. Okay. Let's tune into this past life to heal some karma between the twin flames. Okay, tuning into the collective of group number 1. Where are you? Okay, there you are. All right, with the intention of taking a look at a past life to clear karma, asking asking spirit to show me a symbol. Okay, then. All right, cool. That represents. So I'm seeing an alligator moving it to the side. I just was corrected. It is a crocodile, and I'm being shown the Nile. So I'm hearing Egypt, and I'm asking, what year? Can you give me a year, spirit? I'm hearing 35 BCE. Okay. So I'm being shown the divine masculine first, and I'm seeing him working on the Nile as like I just heard boat courier. So he was a deliverer of messages that were going up and down the aisle, almost like I'm hearing post, but for that time period. So that was the job of the boat, of the vessel itself, and his particular job on this vessel, I'm hearing, was hard rowing work. I'm seeing a group of men on this boat just like rowing to go up and down. Okay. Okay, so as I was taking a look at him, it was very interesting to me because he looks very while he is doing this like labor work, right? And he's rowing. There's something about his garb, the way that his head is shaved, that he this is like of a royal guard type of thing. Like this is being working the Nile, sending messages back and forth, but ultimately, like his place lands back at the palace. Not in a super high ranking way, more of like, I'm getting the sense that, like, when you sign up for the military, also, I forgot to say, I'm freezing today. So I am like bundled up in blankets. Not that that matters to this past life, but I just opened my eyes and realized how ridiculous I look. But saying like the military, there's so many different jobs in the military. So when this TF, this divine masculine, signed up and was a guard for the I'm hearing the palace, the royalty, that his job placement was to be one of these rowers. And that is why, like, his head is shaved. He kind of has, like, a covering on his head. And I'm seeing him, like, go back to, like, I'm hearing the word barracks in the palace and, like, removing and bunking, which is like a bunch of men. Okay. And I'm asking, Spirit, please show me the divine feminine in this lifetime. And what's her story? What is she doing? I'm hearing the words royal dancer. So your paths were crossing, I'm hearing, in this palace. I'm hearing in transition. So when your twin was leaving to go and row and coming back. And I'm getting the sense that you were a lower level priestess because I'm seeing a lot of silks and dancing, and I'm seeing those fabrics flow with you as you are dancing. I'm seeing dark hair, and I just keep seeing this image of her arms are up and she's holding like a very delicate fabric and it's flowing as she is flowing in her body movements. I'm hearing very ritualistic, very offerings for the gods. Okay, Spirit, so what's the story here? What's the karma between the two twins in this lifetime, now that we have a sense of who they are and what they did? And I say lower level priestess with the DF just because there's multiple women and I can see the different rankings based on their clothing. So you've got like the main practitioners who are attending offerings, who are attending the spell work. And then there's like a second tier, and then there's the third tier, which are the dancers who are offering their body movements as offerings. So I'm hearing that both of your callings in this life were very taxing and tedious on your bodies, from dancing to rowing. What's the karma between the two twin flames, Spirit, that is being brought up today to be cleared from the past life in Egypt? What is the karma here? Okay. So I'm seeing a really brutal end, and I'll save that and I'll get there, but I want to know what caused this brutal end for these twin flames. I'm just hearing no intermingling, and boy, were you two intermingling. So there's this sense of like forbidden love here. They duty bound, bound by the guard, bound by priestessship, and both had vows of celibacy that were not meant to be broken. And I'm getting the sense that the connection, the Kundalini awakening between the two of you was you couldn't stay away from each other. And so there was a lot of secret meetings between the two of you. I want to see why. Okay. So the karma here is breaking your vows and breaking your bonds, right? Because both of you entered into these duties of a guard, entered into this duty of the dancer of priestessship, and you went into those willingly. Those were your contracts that you made in that lifetime to maintain this vow of celibacy. But then you two meet each other and it all changes. You don't want that contract anymore. But that was for this lifetime. You were meant to fulfill that, and both of you did not, and that created karma. And so what ended up, the violent end that I saw, what ended up happening is eventually you two were caught by other guards who turned you in, and you both were turned against and then were violently thrown into the Nile to be eaten. So the main core that is coming up to be cleared today is breaking vows. And I'm hearing the word celibacy again, but that was the vow in that life. The vow in this life is to yourself. It's not celibacy. It's the vow to love yourself, to put yourself first. Because in that life, you didn't put yourself first. It was just all or nothing for that twin in that connection. Okay, so I'm going to bring over the image of the crocodile. I'm going to ground it to the center of the earth. And if you are claiming this reading today, go ahead and update your current age and your current date as I heal this. And I ask for this symbol to be healed 100% on today's date, your current age, this is a sticky one, guys. Okay, it cleared. So as I was clearing it, I just saw the two of you in the water, like slapping at the water, reaching for each other while you guys were both reaching your violent demise. Oh boy, that was a heavy one, but it definitely needed to be healed. So these are going to be very beautiful. So considering those past lives, or that past life, I've got some oracle cards for you from the unicorns. This is a very beautiful card. Healer, you have the power to help and heal others. So clearing that karma of breaking vows, breaking a vow to yourself that's coming up to be cleared in this lifetime, is really going to help you be the healer that you need for yourself and eventually for others. This is even more beautiful. So I pulled some chakra cards for you, and this is the card that came up, Mystic. It's really giving me that that priestess energy. And again, even like the flowing fabric that I kept seeing. Ooh. And then I pulled some witch's kitchen, so herb. I pulled some herb cards for you. And you got yarrow, expulsion. Ooh, that kind of gave me chills. So I hope that resonated with you, group number one. And if not, no worries. I've got another past life video that you can take a look at, or you can choose the next pile. And if not, I'll keep making more and you can look at those piles later. So, yeah, if you like that, go ahead and leave a like. If you're enjoying the content, go ahead and give a subscribe. And if you think it could help someone else, go ahead and share the video. And I'll see you next time. All right, and this is for group two who have chosen the Organite dagger. So pretty, so beautiful. All right, guys, let's get into this past life reading for group number two. I'm tuned in. There you are. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Asking Spirit to show me a symbol that represents the karma of the past life that needs to be cleared between the twins. So I'm seeing a big giant tree. I'm hearing carnivorous tree. I could move that over to the side. Okay, so I'm usually I ask where, but I'm just hearing this is a native life in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, I'm getting between like the Washington Oregon border along the river between that border. It's definitely waters and causeways, but it's not on the ocean. It's not fully like on the coast on the ocean. It's like waters and causeways that come through like rivers. Spirit, can you tell me when this past life was? And I'm just getting this when I'm asking when, I'm getting like ancient, old, like almost like kind of like I heard like 10,000 BC. Yeah. And then I just saw that movie and then I saw a saber tooth. Anyway, I digress. But really old. I just keep hearing before the world was damaged. Okay. All right. Spirit, can you give me a sense of who these twin flames were in this past life now that we're narrowed in on the location and the time? Okay. So Spirit is taking me back to the time period. And I'm hearing that this was before a really great flood. And I can't remember what documentary I saw, but and this is like, this may be past 10,000 BC, maybe 12,000 years ago. But this documentary I saw was talking about how in Montana there was this giant glacier that like melted and then flooded all the way down, and there's like crazy structures in the state of Washington because of this flooding. And what Spirit is showing me is that it made it all the way down between that the what we would call the state line between Washington and Oregon. Okay. So Spirit is saying time period, time-wise, buckle your seats up because this is like right as the flood is reaching them. So let's get the story. Let's get a sense of who you and your twin were in this past life, this native past life. in the Pacific Northwest. Spirit, can you show me the divine feminine? Can you show me the divine masculine? I'm seeing the divine masculine. I'm hearing on a hunting trip. I'm seeing him climb up these rock structures, mountain-esque. His role is part of the search party, as in he is scoping the terrain on where is the best place to hunt. I'm hearing that this flood has already happened and that they are in new territory, that they were pushed out of their home and had to move down south. And so he is searching the lands and guiding this party for where to hunt now that they are in a new area. I'm seeing a bald eagle fly overhead. And I'm hearing that the divine masculine had a lot of intuition and connection with his ancestors, and that is how he guided and became this leader for this hunting searching party, is tapping in and leading into intuition and ancestors. And as the eagle is flying over, he is acknowledging his ancestors with gratitude and grace for being able to find food and for being able to survive. Okay, and I'm being shown the divine feminine. I'm seeing her weave baskets. I'm seeing her do busy work with her hands. I'm seeing her in and out of her shelter. These beautiful in teepee dwellings where on the inside there's her fire. Just everything is just so intricate and ornate how it is set up in there, where there's the cooking station, where there's the fire, where there's herbs that are drying out, but also there's their areas, their mats for sleeping. I'm hearing that these homes are like their fortresses, their shelters. In fact, the energetics of living in a circle was very, I'm hearing, healing to their people. It was I'm hearing a birthright. It was important. And so maintaining that, this divine feminine spent a lot of time maintaining that. I'm hearing for her homestead, for her solo homestead, and for the homestead of this collective of tribe group. So what's going on here, Spirit? What's the karma that needs to be cleared from this past life? Because I'm already getting the sense that one of these twins left too soon from this past life, and that you weren't able to accomplish what you were contracted and agreed to accomplish in this life. So, to be clear and to clarify, okay, I was just asking if you two were together. No, you were betrothed. And your wedding night had not come yet. Okay, so on this hunting trip, the DF tragically met his end. It's really interesting because it's like a cross between like a saber-toothed tiger and a bear. this very large animal that he was ill prepared for. Like it came, like he had the higher ground at first, but then he was outnumbered. And I'm hearing that you were meant to bring children into the world that never got to be brought into the world. So he met his tragic end, and I'm seeing the divine feminine who had spent all of this beautiful time creating her homestead, and I'm seeing that because of the heartache of losing her twin, and because it's like she can see the spirit children around her that are not able to come in, and this drives her into seeking powers outside of herself that are against her tribe's light. As in, she's dabbling into darker things to find answers, to get retribution for what has happened. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing her almost as like La Llorona, like this ghostly figure, with this hair, this tangled black hair that is flying, and standing up on end. And it's like I'm seeing her float into the mist, almost becoming a ghost herself. I'm hearing that because of this pain and this heartache that she actually went into, this is some dark karma, and I'm really happy to clear this for us, offered her soul to be an SW. If you don't know what an SW is, look it up. The pain it caused her from not being able to live out what she was contracted and agreed upon with her twin in this lifetime, from the accident of him being taken out. She went into the woods, into the darkness, to be an SW, and Spirit is advising me not to look any further than that. So that is the karma. The karma that is coming up to be cleared is wanting so badly and choosing anger and darkness, instead of recognizing that you have a guide on the other side, and that they are meant to guide you. And instead of allowing her twin to guide her on the other side, she went into a place of searching for him at all costs, even though he was no longer in this realm. So she decided to put herself in a different realm to find him. And the Spirit is saying she never found him. So what are you holding on to from that past life to this past life? And what you're holding on to is never being with them or never finding them in this life. And Spirit is saying that's just not true. And that needs to be released and let go, because as long as you are here in this life, your twin is with you and here in your heart. So bringing this carnivorous tree back over to be healed, sending it down to the center of the earth to be grounded. And if you're claiming this reading and this healing on today, go ahead and say your current date and your current age. I ask for this to be healed 100% on today's date. That was cleared. Okay. Yeah, so as I was clearing that, I just heard this really loud scream, and like luring people into like use like weird voices and noises to lure people into the woods. Interesting. All right, pal 2, group 2. I got a unicorn card for you. Hello and goodbye. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. I really hope that clearing was helpful for you. I know it was helpful for me. What a fascinating past life. And I'm sorry all that pain that you've also carried with you from that past life, because she was really going through it. But hello and goodbye to that. You acknowledge it and you're leaving it in the past. I pulled a chakra card for you. Let's see here. We got bittersweet. It's bittersweet that the twin had moved on in that past life. So this is connected to the throat chakra because it's blue. So this is about your inner voice speaking your truth. And then the last card I have for you, that makes a lot of sense because this was a really big healing, is lavender. Sleep, get some rest on this one. I'm going to say to integrate this is to sleep and get some good rest. All right, group 2, those who chose this, dagger, thank you so much. If that resonated with you and you liked it, go ahead and give it a like. If you're enjoying this content and want more, go ahead and subscribe. And if you think it could help someone else, go ahead and share it. And yeah, this was so fascinating. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next one.